Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki Jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arpanamastu. A huge gift of grace from Bhagwan that we are able to be here at all in his powerful shrine, to be able to sing his powerful name with all. We all know we have to celebrate this grace. And we have already offered the Nama Pushpas at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. Let us remember that not a single Nama goes waste, nor would a prayer go waste. Now we have been seeing glimpses of the glory of Bhagwan's Nama, and here is one more. Shanmugapriya is living in Madurai. The whole family is devoted to Bhagwan and his name. Her father, mother, and all members of the family. And they also chant his name so much that they say that every good thing that has happened to them is only because of Bhagwan's Nama. Some 10 years back, when the head of the family, Shanmugapriya's father, fell sick, and they diagnosed it as a killer disease. Everybody broke down. The whole family suffered so much, and the only thing they could cling to was Bhagwan's Nama. Shri Masanamuthu was called there whenever possible, and he says that his group has gone there to chant for the sake of their father. Father went through surgery also, but by Bhagwan's, the miracle, the magic of Bhagwan's Nama saved him, and he slowly picked up health in the past 10 years. The whole family is very sure it's only because of the name of Bhagwan, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, which is the truth. Knowing how powerful the Nama is and how we could use it for everything so that we keep connected to Bhagwan. Now she says recently her family, she and her husband and a friend of her husband, their family, they had all planned to go to Veerapandi, a village near Theni. There is a Kaumariyamman temple, and these people planned it in such a way that it could as well be a picnic, a get-togetherness. so that they could spend some time together happily. So they had planned, and it was her husband's friend who was leading down. There is a river in Veerapandi, and there are steps to go down into the river water. Now, the friend who was taking the lead for the entire trip, she was going step by step right in the front, and others followed suit. Now, when she put her foot down on the last step, which was well inside the water, they all wanted to have a dip in the water, have a bath. So when she put her foot down on the last step, little did she expect to be carried away by the force of the current. Suddenly, she found herself being dragged along. And what was more, there were rocks there, and she started to roll. The force was such that she began to roll on the rocks helplessly. Now, the other people who followed her, they were all on different steps. When they saw what was happening, it took a minute or two to absorb what was happening. And they were horrified, stunned out of all thinking and action. But then soon, one youth who happened to be there in the group, he jumped down into the water, was trying to save this lady, but unable to do that. The current was such, the force was such that she was also being carried away. Of course, he tried against it. In the meantime, Shanmugapriya recovered fast. And then immediately, the only thing she ever knows, Yogi Ramsuratkumar Nama, she shouted with her entire being, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, which echoed there in the whole surroundings. Shanmugapriya says there was only one Nama, Yogi Ramsuratkumar. And suddenly, to their wonder and delight, they found the rolling friend's body. She was rolling helplessly, being carried away by the force. And suddenly, she was arrested. Just as she finished, just as she screamed, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, one single Nama, suddenly they found the lady stopped moving, as though she was arrested on the spot, and she was. She later said to those people that as soon as she shouted the name, she felt something gripping her big toe, like a hook, as though she was hooked to something. And after that, she was unable to move. When she was rolling helplessly, going along the current, with the current of the river, she found herself suddenly hooked. She found her big toe being gripped by something, and the whole movement of her body stopped. To, once again, the amazement of everyone there. And then, of course, there was all action around. People had recovered by then from the shock. So Shanmugapriya's husband, son, they got into the water and then they rescued her. And the person, the youth who jumped, he also was rescued. Shanmugapriya says that her friend was alive, she came back alive, is alive only because of the name. A moment before she screamed the name, the lady was carried away helplessly by the waves of the water, and the minute she screamed, she found the lady arrested on a spot, and the lady reported that somebody had hooked, as though someone hooked her, meaning somebody gripped her, the big toe, and the body was unable to move. What a wonder! How could this be possible? Only grace. Only grace could do it. Only Bhagwan could do it. Shanmugapriya says, I cannot even think what would have happened otherwise to our friend who was leading the whole lot of people. So now this is something that tells us once again what power the Nama holds and what it can do. So let us celebrate the power of the Nama and the way the present situation is. Only Bhagwan's Nama can help us immensely. There are different news every day from different quarters. Now once again everybody is getting frightened. People are afraid of the third wave, and the corona itself is on the increase in some states. That's what they say. Whatever it is, we know we have only one resort, and that is Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Bhagwan, again and again and again, we appeal to your generosity, your compassion, to free not just individuals here and there, but the entire humanity from the cruel grip of the viruses and bring back normalcy everywhere in every aspect of life. Bhagwan, we beg you again and again to remove the panic which is building up slowly because of the varied news that we are getting, the lockdown again. Only you can wipe out the negativities from the hearts of people. And Bhagwan, we beg you 1,000,000 times to arrest the rapid spread of the disease, enter those medicines that could kill the viruses once for all, and all those great people of sacrifice. They start their day early morning, they start their duty early morning, and it goes on and on and on till late night, and day after day after day. How do I know? Some of them were here and they described, they are from the sanitary department, and they were telling us their woes, the difficulties, the challenges, and how much it demands the physical work and administration. It is a great tapas for all these people to go on and on, day after day after day, fighting the disease for the sake of the others at the very risk of their lives. We beg you, Bhagwan, to give them protection and all-round well-being. Please give a lift to our economy. And above all, please bless us to repeat your name constantly. One single nama screamed by Shanmuga Priya saved, arrested the movement of a lady which was filled with currents. Lady from the river and I believe when she came out, there were only few scratches on her body. They saw her rolling over the rocks. In fact, the other man who jumped into the river, when he came back, they found him full of scratches and hurt here and there. But the lady escaped lightly. All the glory of your name, Bhagwan, please bless us to chant this ceaselessly. And Bhagwan, please bless us once again to be willing and good instruments in your hands and run our lives as an offering to your holy feet. Above all, that supreme blessing which would put an end to all our sufferings, and that is complete transformation, a purified heart which can see only your presence, your blessings, your leelas everywhere in every happening of life. We would keep on appealing to your generosity for the highest experience. But the immediate divine intervention is what is needed, the need of the hour. And zillion times we appeal to you, Bhagwan, to stop this situation completely and bring back once again normalcy everywhere. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.
Yogi Ramsuratkumar